What is good, sick cunts and sexy senoritas? We are back on YouTube and we are hitting you with another chest workout today, but it's a bit different today because it's going to be mainly upper chest focused. So I'm going to teach you how to get a chest shelf that you can't buy in any DIY store. A chest shelf that you've never seen before, other than this video, of course. No, I'm looking pretty jacked actually. Might be all the cocktails at the weekend. I think that's the secret, bro. Cocktails, pizza the next day, sugary carbs, and then you're golden for chest day on Monday. Nah, don't listen to me, man. Don't listen to me. Don't do as I say, do what I do. Is that the saying? Nah, I don't know, but do not, yeah, stick to your diet and get shredded. But no, yeah, I'm gonna get a good pump though, because like sometimes when you're really depleted and you've been dieting for a while, you have to be really depleted though. And then you throw in like sugary carbs, cocktails, you know, pizza, stuff like that. The pumps are insane. So if you've never tried it, give it a whirl because it's absolutely glorious. But no, I'm chatting shit. So yeah, sipping on the Black Monster. This would be me as a can because black is probably my favourite colour. Either that or gold, man. I'm going to run you through chest. I'm going to take you through upper chest and how to build a big upper chest. What I do, because I feel like there's a lot of misinformation out there. Because there's so much information in the world, it gets dissected and it gets changed, and people just get lost and confused. Especially the young kids, lads coming up. You know, I want to show you what I do and like the things I've learned over the years. Because obviously I started with zero chest, literally no titties. Nothing, not even a little bit of lower pec like most people. So I have a lot of knowledge on how to bring chest up and what to do, and I'm quite passionate about helping others try and bring their chest up. So yeah, I'm still learning, I'm still working on it, but I'm going to show you what I do with the seat, the different exercises I do, hand placements, elbow placements, all that good stuff to build a juicy upper chest shelf that you can rest a can of Monster on, bro. So that's the goal, innit? So yeah, we're going to get to it anyway. I'm going to drink this and then we're going to have some pre-workout and then we're going to hit chest up. We'll have a good chest day. So we'll catch you in the gym. Right, we're going to dry scoop.
Yeah, you are.
Right guys, big shout out to the supplement brand. Huge supplements. I've dropped all the links in the description along with the discount code so you can get some juicy discounts. Yeah, so we're just going to do a dry scoop. It's a big session today. Mate, I need a few of these. Dry scoop time. That's one down. Right guys, so we will see you in the gym. We are going to train chest, upper chest today. Let's do it.
Get better, 'cause you're my from here on out. It's gonna get better. From here on out, it's gonna get better, baby. From here on out, it's gonna get better. It has to get better, 'cause you're my number one.
What is good, YouTube? We are back and I'm hitting you with an upper chest focused workout today, and I thought it'd be a great idea to run you through some tips, tricks and things that I do to bring up my chest and how I've brought up my chest, because it has been one of the most hardest body parts for me to bring up, and I think that is due to it being me having such wide clavicles and such long levers. So I do believe that this is aimed more towards taller individuals, as from my experience, shorter individuals seem to be okay with feeling the chest and growing the chest, but this could help you in some way also. So we started off with an Incline Smith machine press, and I really find this is a great way to feel your chest working and ensure that you can just feel predominantly chest, because it's a fixed position and it's on a machine. So basically you're not having to use stabilizing muscles to, control the weight, and you can really just put all the stimulus where you want it to be. With that being said, I do suggest you play around with your elbow placements and the way your bench is set up. I mean, I don't really like too much of an incline because I feel like shoulders and front delts gets really put into play when you have such an incline. So I recommend maybe 1 to 2 notches on the seat. So I did 5 to 6 sets altogether on this, and 3 were working sets with an overload technique at the end. So with this being the main movement and the compound movement of the session, I really wanted to focus on overloading the pecs with a lot of weight. So I started off with I think my first set was a feeler set of 80 kilos, and then we moved into 100 kilos and slowly just gradually built the weight up. So here I'm hitting 110 kilos for reps, and as you can see, you guys need to have a play around with this yourself, but my elbows are slightly dipped so it's more chest. I mean, some people feel it when their elbows are really flared out and really high. It's just what you feel. So you really need to go in and spend a session just practicing form if you can't feel chest. Just forget about your structure, forget about your routine, and practice form for 1 day or 2 days, and really, see what works for you, because you're not going to miss anything not training all out that 1 day, but you're going to gain so much in knowledge in how your body works and how you feel it through different angles and stimulus, and in the long run it's going to pay off. So I do highly suggest that. So we're moving into some big boy weights now. 120 on the incline, and this is pretty good for me because being a tall guy and having chest as my hardest body part to bring up, it's really come a long way. So I think I got 8 reps here. Yeah, failure set. So on those failure sets, they need to be taken to absolute failure. So I feel like most individuals think they're going to failure, but they're probably 1 to 2 or even 3 reps in the tank left, and it's not true failure. So really push yourself on these sets and on these weak body parts, because that's what's going to cause and stimulate growth. So we sent the Spartans back to the castle with another heavy set. So 120 again, as many reps as I can, and I'm not doing suicide grip here, but on my previous sets I prefer a suicide grip. I think I did this because it was quite heavy and I just wanted to be in control of the weight. And I do belt up for these sets as well at the moment. I just feel like it helps a lot with keeping my body in place, keeping my elbows fixated. And I think I did 2 drop sets, 80 kilos and then 20 kilos, all till failure. I'm really burning the upper chest out. It's been a nice switch actually going back to Smith machine, because I've been doing incline dumbbells for the longest part. I do still incorporate them in this routine, but making that switch at the beginning of the session completely changes the routine and completely shocks the body. In the past, I've gone in for weeks and weeks and months on end, and I've just been doing the same thing, and I feel like they were the times that I didn't really, I wasn't being
analytical. I wasn't really like tracking progress, and those are the times that, I mean, I probably did make progress because I train fucking hard, so I ensure I make progress, but I feel like they might have been the times that, you know, I didn't make as much progress as I really could have done. So the second exercise was a seated cable fly, and we supersetted it with this landmine press, and this was really good, stimulating the center pecs, because that is also a lagging area for a lot of people with chest, because I find it's kind of hard sometimes, because there's a conception that you want to lock out and you want to squeeze your pecs, but then there's the bodybuilding style where, you know, you can kind of go shy of lockout. I kind of suggest doing a mixture of the two. You know, you don't always want to be doing the same thing, so just find what works for you and don't leave any stone unturned with weak body parts that are hard to grow. Make sure you're trying everything, you're utilising all the tools, and you know, you're really putting those sets in like this where you just go into failure. You have to take it past the point, and it has to, once it's taken past the point where it's shocked and it has to grow, you sleep's on point, everything else is lining up, you're going to grow. So the third exercise was an incline press with the dumbbells, and for me, I kind of like to sit up the seat a little bit higher, and I kind of like doing it in the mirror for some reason, because I can kind of see my elbows and I can get everything lined up. You want to keep that 90-degree angle with it dropping down, as you can see. That's when you're going to feel your chest the most. So just play around with these kind of movements and see where you like it and what works for your body. 10 sets of flexing, bruh. A lot of studies have shown that actually adds 5 pounds of lean tissue within 2 months. I mean, I can attest to it, but not many other people have had the same results. So, and then after that, our fourth exercise was I've been doing this for quite a while. It's a front raise across the body. So you really want to squeeze the fibers, and I feel like it brings out the chest striations. So as you get more shredded and you get leaner, and if you're going to compete, things like this kind of add those fine-tuning details. But if you're trying to just build overall mass, this wouldn't be, you know, your go-to exercise. It's just a really nice polisher and a really nice burnout for the physique. Holding that squeeze is vital as well, because that's how you're going to really start to build that mind-muscle connection. If you're just doing reps that are sloppy, that don't engage the chest, you can't get, you know, you're not getting pumping blood into that area, you're not going to feel it as much as you would if you incorporated some of these techniques. So if you are struggling to bring up a lagging body part, try various things such as this. So we did 5 sets of this, and we started off really light because I wanted to get a nice pump in the chest after doing a lot more heavier movements. So we're hitting all angles and all aspects. We're getting the heavy weight in, and we are still doing a good rep range of hypertrophy, but then we're doing our overload techniques, and we are adding some sculpting techniques, or sculpting movements should I say, such as these, or such as flies, with a higher rep range, with a more isometric contraction to really burn the chest out. So I don't suggest just being one of these guys who does one thing, you know, you're all presses or you're all heavy weights. You know, if you want to build a godly physique, an all-round physique, then you need to incorporate everything. You need to have the strength, you need to have, you know, the muscle by hypertrophy, you need to incorporate everything. So if that's your goal, then make sure you're hitting everything and be analytical about it and be on point about it and care about your sessions and what you're doing and how you change it and how you're gonna, you know, progress essentially. So just milking those titties, getting that nice juicy pump. I really do like this one. I mean, I don't see a lot of people doing this one, mainly because they might think it's, I mean, it is a lot of front delt and you do feel a bit of front delt, but if you keep your scapula retracted and kind of keep your chest up, you can really feel the pecs working. And it's, like I say, it's a great one to increase mind-muscle connection in that area. So just building up in weight, and this is now the 14 key dumbbells, which for this movement I think is probably heavy enough if you've been going quite hard on your previous sets and you've done a lot of volume, because you don't want to take, if you start going heavier than this, you do really start incorporating bicep and front delt and traps, and we're trying to work that big gorilla armored plated chest. So the fifth and final exercise was a seated hammer grip press, focusing mainly on upper chest. And I'm going to leave this portion of the video here. I have got some posing in at the end of a physique update, but that is quite old. It's about 2 weeks old, so it gives you something to look forward to anyway. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks for liking, subscribing and commenting, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.